Should be good.
I'm Chad Tanaka Pack. I'm a minister at Middle Collegiate Church here in New York City. Middle Church is rooted in Christian tradition as the oldest continuous Protestant church in North America. Our congregation is over 400 years old. We are a celebrating, culturally diverse, and inclusive community of faith where all persons are welcome. At Middle Church, we support full equality for LGBT people, all those who are lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender. My clergy colleagues and I have the great privilege of counseling these LGBT women and men. Most of our LGBT congregants were taught that homosexuality is an abomination, a sin against the will of God. They grew up hearing preachers who took a handful of scriptural texts and ignored academic biblical scholarship and misappropriated these texts to encourage hatred against LGBT people. At Middle Church, we honor teachings of the Bible that celebrate the diversity of God's creation, including Psalm 139, which proclaims, "For it was you, God, who formed my inward parts. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made." Whether we love women, or whether we love men, or both, or are confused, we all are made in the image of God. Yet in spite of our teachings at Middle Church, many of our congregants still struggle with their sexual orientation, like Chester, a white man now happily married to a man who still tears up when he talks about attending a summer camp to convert gay teens. Like Julia, a Latina who cannot let go of what she was taught as a girl, that because she is a lesbian, she will go to hell. Like Theo, an African American man openly gay for decades, who secretly wishes he could change his sexual orientation. For every Chester who was subjected to conversion therapy as a boy, there are hundreds who grew up fearing that they would be forced into such therapies. For every Julia and for every Theo, there are hundreds who will never be told by a minister or a counselor or a therapist that they do not need to change their sexual orientation. As a Christian minister, I urge you to support this legislation to prohibit licensed medical health professionals from engaging minors in sexual orientation change efforts. You've heard the stories of Chester, of Julia, and of Theo. When you support this legislation, you help create a new story for LGBT people, a new story for our children, and a new story for our society. Thank you.